Good morning, YouTube. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. I wanted to get on here today, first of all, and congratulate one of our new agent partners, Quincy Dotson from Southern California. And Quincy is new to our platform. In fact, other than what he's doing here with us today, he's never sold final expense policies over the telephone. Never. Quincy was referred to me by a good friend of mine that happened to work in our agency years ago before crypto blew up. He was working with us here at Senior Life successfully for 5 years. In fact, Dan earned $250,000 every year for 5 years before he got into crypto. So what happened? Mr. Dan recommended Quincy to our agency, and here we are. So I wanted to bring on Mr. Quincy to this conversation just to help you guys that are on the fence about joining our team when it comes to selling final expense exclusively with Senior Life Insurance Company. The goal here is to give you guys a window of opportunity to listen to an agent much like yourself that maybe you've never sold final expense before. Maybe, again, you're on the fence. You're nervous about making that initial investment into leads. This is for you. And the goal is to be as honest as possible, again, so you can see a window of exactly what that first week sounds like, feels like. And if it helps you, great. Because one of the biggest problems, guys, that we see in the industry today, 90% plus of people fail their first year in this business. So by providing this information, we want to fight against that by being as transparent as possible in what it is that we do. How many times have you signed on the dotted line to go and work for a company, and then a week or two into that opportunity, it's not what you thought it was? As I say, buzz kill. So again, this is intended to give you as much information as possible. So with that said, I want to congratulate Mr. Quincy. Quincy, congratulations on making that first sale.
Thank you.
That getting into it is frustrating at times because you're learning a new process. But like I tell everybody, once you get through one sale, there's really no excuse of why you can't go out and do it again, right? I mean, you already know how to do it
Completely.
once. You can do it all over again because you're working leads. So with that said, Quincy, can you share with everybody just a little bit about yourself? How long you've been in the insurance business and how you ended up here, really.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very new to the insurance industry. It's been under a year. So I'm still within my first year. Was doing the traditional route, meeting people, calling your mom, your sister, your brother, everybody, trying to sell them life insurance. However, I realized that that wasn't maintainable or sustainable for the goals that I wanted to achieve in the business. Teamed up with Laudo. He had a very, very, very strong referral from a successful agent, like he had mentioned. And we teamed up, started doing final expense. And within 1 week, it's all come true. It's been pretty remarkable seeing how the process works, ensuring that I'm doing my follow-ups, and it's true, the leads are good. I mean, I got a policy within 5 days on the job, and I'd say half of that was training. So one full day actually on the phones. It works remarkably.
So, obviously, this is obviously the first time working final expense leads, and you're working what we consider the best lead in the market space. This is what we consider. Before, we won't work in this type of lead, but can you share with people what that experience has been like when your phone rings?
Oh, it's remarkable. It's one thing looking for them to create a need, but the need is already there, and they're calling you. They're calling you to sort out essentially a concern that they have. So by that, they're already making the effort, they're already reaching out. At that time, you just have a customer and they're just shopping rates. They're shopping, they want to, know that you're going to give them the best rate. Is this the thing to do? And after that, it's just informing and they already want it. So connecting those two dots, I'd say, was the new part for me. But I mean, the leads are hot. They are hot. You're going to have fun regardless.
That's the crazy part, right? So there's obviously the lead ain't perfect, obviously, but overall, the majority of people that are calling in are interested in what? Getting a quote for themselves, period. Are they lay downs? Have they said, I want to buy? Not necessarily, but we know they're interested. But then it brings to selling and closing. Now, I know
Yep.
that this week we spent a lot of time training, myself personally. And for all of you guys watching, when I say that I lead from the front, this is not an understatement. Every morning at 8 a.m., we have a sales meeting. And part of that sales meeting, especially that first few days, is literally shadowing an agent, working through our scripting system so that presentation's right, and more importantly, working on those closing strategies that are crucial. And Quincy, maybe you can talk about that, because sometimes people think, whoa, I don't need no training. These are leads that are hot. That's all I care about. But how important has training been for you, especially someone like yourself that has a ton of sales experience in your background?
It's been remarkable. I mean, for ones like myself, I'm used to a script. I'm used to making the script sound like it's myself while I'm on the phone. But even when anyone can do that, if they're decently charismatic, or have some sell experience. But when the rebuttals start coming in, that's when they're testing your knowledge. How well are you going to get over this hump? How well are you going to understand that this is something they want, but now it's the fear popping up? And I think that's what the training really did well for me. You can go through the whole script, yeah, but at the closing, are you going to close? Or are you not going to close? And that's really what separates the weak from the successful, the 10% from the 90, right? And
Right.
so and that's what I liked about the training. We really honed in on the closing. And it's embarrassing listening to yourself in front of a few other people, because they're like, like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. But it's also good because it helps you identify where you went wrong in the sale. And so I would say that's the best part of the training for me. You have the 3 steps on how to overcome objections. You learn those same rejections start popping up. They're going to say, "Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, let me talk to my sister, my son, or some imaginary figure that's been created."
That's a
And you just yeah. But you learn that they called you for this
exactly.
to handle this on their own. The quotes for themselves. So after you get that, you spend a little more time and they stay on the phone and you'd be surprised you close. Yeah.
That's it, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, again, you can have the greatest lead source, but if you don't know how to keep them on the phone long enough to make a presentation, you're missing the goal. I tell agents the number one goal is to make a full presentation. It sounds easier than done, because when you get on the phone, you're dealing with every type of personality that's not like yours. And how many times you deal with people that rub you wrong, right? That happens in sales all the time. And what typically happens as well is agents fall off the script, they add in all their logical responses, and they lose. So again, Quincy, thank you so much and congratulations once again. I'm excited for you. Guys, this isn't a perfect system, but we got a great lead source. Customer initiated inbounds, Mr. Quincy confirmed. We have a training system that works. And more importantly, we have a team of trainers, much like myself, that show up every day. I run 3 sales meetings a day. And part of those sales meetings is getting surgical on the script, getting surgical on the close. But more importantly, I also get on the phone. I also make assistance to help people like Quincy save on deals. And how many times Do I get on the phone with them? As many times as necessary. Because sometimes when we listen into these audios to help train our partners, we make a secondary call on behalf of the agent to try to see if we can save that business to help you in your learning curve not lose money. How many people do that these days? How many people are training from the front? Not many. Most of what you see today is more of an MLM strategy where I hire you, I give you basic training, a pat on the back, and I never see you again because I'm too worried hiring the next 100 people. That's not how we work here. So if this resonates with you, join us. Senior Life is a great product, easy process. Mr. Quincy, would you agree on the process of submitting an application with Senior Life? Easy, simple,
Extremely, yeah.
all in one place, and you can cover all types of health conditions and offer any type of rate that you want, from the cheapest to guaranteed issues. So with that said, again, Quincy, congratulations, and I'm excited to see your growth. And if you're watching this, give us a call. I'll post the information, our training system here in the bottom section. Learn more about our system, and if we can help you, we'd be more than happy to. So with that said, guys, you have a blessed day. Happy Friday, and see you guys at the top. Peace.